Hey friends. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Ooh, this light is like super, super, super bright. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. And I'm pretty sure this sweater will be coming off here in a minute. I'm gonna start stripping for y'all. Yep, start stripping because it's a bit warm. Weather's crazy. Weather's crazy. So yesterday morning, then it was nice and pretty and glorious yesterday afternoon. And then, of course, got all cold and everything, and we're like expecting snow again like later this week. But fortunately, can't complain. It's somewhat decent. Hope y'all doing well. It is a tough time right now. That's all you can do is just get by day. You can't worry about tomorrow. You can't worry about, a week from now. You just have to take it day by day because the news is always changing. Information is always changing. The best we can do is just get by day. So hopefully, if you come and hang out this evening, it provides a little bit of a distraction from what you've been doing all day. And I know most of us are, most people are forced to stay at home, which is a good thing. Most of the time, like, oh, I just want to stay at home. And then, of course, as soon as you get home, you're like, oh, I want to go out. But right now, stay home. It's the best thing you can do. And at this point, I really wish the government would just enforce a full shutdown. Every state has to shut down because people aren't taking this seriously. We went and we ran to the store Saturday morning to grab not even Saturday morning, it's like Saturday afternoon. The last couple little things that we would need. And people are out shopping like it's no big deal. So the only way for people to take this seriously is for everything to shut down. It is what it is. It's the only way that we can get people to take it seriously. I was completely shocked that JCPenney chose to close. This last Thursday morning, I went into work, we were like 2 hours, 3 hours about 2 hours into our shift because we had to be there at we changed our hours. We had to be there at 8 instead of 6. And our general manager, who actually works at our store, came down with the 2 other managers that were on duty, or that were going to be on duty. So there was only the 4 of us, 3 managers, and then 1 other person. So there were only 7 of us in the store at that time. And our general manager, who, again, I am beyond impressed with the management of JCPenney, at least at this store. She said, y'all, I'm so sorry. She said, but today's the last day. She said, corporate's decided to close until April 2nd, tentatively. And she said, I wish there was something we could do. She said, but it's for everybody's, best interest. And what hurt the most, I said, because I'm very fortunate that my paycheck is an addition to our finances. My paycheck, I got the job that we said we could pay off or put that money towards, the car that we bought and any other debt that we had. So I'm very fortunate that my husband has a full paycheck that is coming in every 2 weeks. I'm also very fortunate that I have a little side job that I earn a small paycheck once a month from Young Living. So the husband and I are not at all. Yes, we're fazed by it, but we are not in financial burden like other people. But when she announced this news, there were 2 employees there that as soon as she said it, they lost it. They depend on this paycheck. And I forgot to turn off Wi-Fi, so we're going to cross our fingers that this keeps working. But they depend, and one is a single mother. She's got 3 children at home, and that's all she couldn't hold it back, and I don't blame her, because she said that, you know, while most families can't, you know, they're 1 to 2 paychecks away from losing everything, she's not 1 to 2 paychecks. She is, if she doesn't get this next paycheck, she can't pay bills, she can't buy food, she can't provide. So I'm trying to use this time to remember that I don't have it as bad as most people. And if you are struggling right now, I feel for you. Again, I think I mentioned it earlier this week. I don't know if I mentioned it last week. Unemployment offices have waived their fees, where a lot of times there's like a week waiting period before you get a paycheck, or other fees or whatever. So if you have lost your job due to this, you can go and file for unemployment. And there's other resources too. Oh, United Way was the other one. You can contact your local United Way office, and they will help you with getting the supplies and necessities that you need just to get through this, you know, difficult time. So do not be scared to reach out. Do not be scared to ask for help. You're not the only person. So we're going to cross our fingers that everybody gets it together, stays home, and at least this can be over and done with. We don't want this to go on for 3, 4, 5 months. We don't want this to go on for that long. So the quicker that everybody gets their butts at home, enjoys this forced quarantine, the quicker that we can get back to work, the quicker that we can get this economy going again. So that's the best thing that everybody can do right now. Find a new hobby. Find a way to distract yourself. Use this time to bond with your family. You know, get out those board games that have been sitting in the closets for 30 years. Find some way to make a positive out of this. So that's all I'm going to talk about this, because I know y'all didn't come here to do this. I know y'all came for a distraction. So that's what we're going to do. And because I've already talked too long, we're going to get this going, because hey, Rosemary and Pam and Mom and whoever else is joined. Okay, so because I've already talked too much, let's go ahead and do this martini. Oh, I don't even think it's March 23rd, 2020. Cherry Blossom Martini. Now, mind you, this craft was planned a long time ago, but I think it's even more suitable now, because this is all stuff that you can do literally with what you probably already have at home. Just a second. That is a vanilla Coke. Ooh. A vanilla Coke with salted caramel vodka. Or actually, no, it's the Kiss caramel vodka. Yeah. Either way, super awesome. Hey, Cherry Blossom Martini, 1 part cherry vodka, 2.5 parts orange juice, splash of sweet and sour, and a dash of grenadine. So, I have already measured out my orange juice, 2.5 parts, and then I'm going to keep talking while I mix this up. Alright, so hopefully you guys have been using your time wisely. As much as it sucks that you're forced to stay in, which is funny, because any other time you have to beg me to go outside, you have to beg me to like leave the house. And now that I'm like told that I can't leave the house, don't leave the house. I'm like, I need a haircut. I need to go to Ulta. I need to go to Kohl's. I need to do this. It's so weird how that happens. But I'm not going to. Unless we, I mean, My dang fridge right now is so dang stocked. I've got so much I don't know what to do with. And that's the problem is I bought so much dang meat and so much dang, you know, stuff that is like good for like a long time that now I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. Okay, I did the cherry vodka. I did the orange juice, sweet and sour. Okay, I want to make sure I did. Okay. Alright, so that's the problem is I've done so much, I've bought so much now that it's just like, oh no, what meals do I make now? Like last night I had beef thawing in the fridge and I think I had it set aside for like a casserole. Because on Sunday nights I do try and make like some form of dish that I can like double or triple or some kind of casserole that I can make a lot of, that way so I can split it up into lunches for the husband for the next couple days. Well, last night, it completely just like, I forgot what I was going to do. So, so I had the thawed beef, and then I had Velveeta. I had a can of tomatoes and chilies, and some tortilla chips. So that meant it was Rotel for dinner. Was it the healthiest option? Nope. But guess what? We're at a time where it doesn't matter. Okay, Cherry Blossom Martinis. Let's try this out. It's not bad. Ooh, that's like it's almost like a Hawaiian punch. That's good. It's like a Hawaiian tropical punch kind of thing. And again, I'm gonna apologize. This video glitches or whatever. It's my fault. I forgot to turn off Wi-Fi. Me too, Rosemary. I do. But in my head this time around, my mind was just like, just stock up on meat, and all of the like basics, you know, like cans of beans, canned vegetables, and of course frozen vegetables, you know, the basics and stuff. Typically I have 1 to 2 weeks of meal planning going, and then of course I always have a list of like my favorite meals or our favorite meals listed, but for some reason and of course I want to blame just the panic. I went to the store and just started buying tons and tons and tons of stuff. So now I have tons and tons and tons of food and tons and tons and tons of meat. And I've given myself too many options, basically. So anyway, all right, so tonight we're going to talk about super quick, simple, easy wreaths. I know Easter, I want to say, is this next Sunday? Maybe it's the next. I'm not sure. I know it's really soon, but I think it's next Sunday. But these are wreaths that you could seriously make with probably what you already have on hand. I don't want you guys going to the store. I don't want you going out and buying supplies. So hopefully this is stuff that you can craft something together and do something right now to throw on your door and for Easter, spring, whatever. Now, if you were able to go to the Dollar Tree, or if you go to the Dollar Tree between now and Easter, they do have these awesome hard felt ones that all you have to do is add like a pretty ribbon, and you can hang that up on your door. It's a super simple, quick, easy, simple wreath. They got tons of options like that, but that's not what we're going to talk about tonight. Tonight I got 2 different ones, and I'm going to see if I can go through this really, really, really quickly, because like I said, I've got 2. And pardon me, y'all, if April 12th, so okay, 2 weeks. Very good. Okay, yes, that's right. You're right. You're right. And I will come back and like that later. Okay, so I did go to the Dollar Tree this last week, and they have these super cute, again, like I said, like the, what is that, chick? This is easily, I mean, it's just like a little door hanger. It's got a hole in the top, so you can throw some, or it did have some ribbon there. I cut the ribbon out. Anyway, you just throw it up on your door. It's a wreath. Well, that's what I'm not going to use it for. I took the back of it and I painted it yellow. Just some yellow paint. And then, if you have any like little bunny ears laying around, good. If not, that's fine. Oh no, I think I just dropped an eyeball. We'll get that in a minute. All I did was found, this is, like I said, when the post that I made the other day, I am not super thrilled with the scrap paper I had on hand. But guess what? I was not going to go spend hours at Hobby Lobby, because in all Honesty, I'm not a germaphobe, but I just don't want to hang out with people. And if other people, I know that I am safe and I'm good, but I can't trust other people. So if I can avoid hanging out with other people, I'm going to. So I just dug through my scrapbook paper and found a pattern that I was somewhat okay with. And ideally, this isn't what I would choose, but it is what it is. The ideal is for me to show you the concept and then you go with it. So all I've done is I've taken some, I got some I always call it Mod Podge. And I like it because it's your glue, it's your sealant, it's your everything. So all I'm going to do is I have my paper and I cut, I just cut a little zigzag pattern at the top there, y'all. Seriously, this is going to be something that you can make super quick by yourself. Just throw a coat of Mod Podge all over the, wherever you want to put the paper. Mod Podge dries clear, so don't worry about being too precise or anything. Place your, just glue it down. And I gotta zoom through this really quick because I promised y'all 2 wreaths. So, okay, and you're gonna do 2 different pieces like that. So, and I'm gonna do it up here at the top. I didn't forget that eyeball laying on the ground, y'all, over there. And I like to use a paintbrush. I mean, you certainly don't have to use paintbrush. But Mod Podge is super easy to clean up. So, don't stress it. And my other little piece here. And I'm just going to kind of put it wherever I want up here. Yeah, like that. And then, oh, I got glue on my table. That's going to bug me. So, that is, y'all, my type A is going to mess with me here. All right, and then I have my little cutting mat. I'm gonna start throwing stuff aside. My cutting mat, and y'all know how much I love these like X-Acto knives. This is one of the one with the rotating, you can't really see it, rotating, that way so it swivels. And all I'm gonna do is seriously watch this. Ooh, I'm just gonna, I mean, this is like your, this is so much better than taking scissors. You don't have to have this tool at all. You can certainly cut it off with scissors. But this moves with your curve. Oop, with your curve or whatever. That way so you don't have to worry about, you know, little tiny details. Let me move it back on to my surface here so I don't grow into my table. That would make the husband super, super, super mad. All right, ready? Here we go. Just like that. And of course I need to go, I got some space there. Just like that. Boom. So now I have my egg. It's an egg. Y'all see it? It's an egg. Okay, let me grab this eyeball I dropped. And y'all, seriously, I've been wearing these pants since Saturday. So, hey, all I did was I took some fun foam, glittery fun foam, and just some regular foam, and just cut out like a little heart shape and 2 little eyeballs. So now, what I'm gonna do, I got glue like everywhere, y'all. Y'all, seriously. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit up. I'm gonna put my little, and I have like deviated from my script. So if I start getting all like flustered here in a minute, that's why. When I say script, I kind of just jot down a few notes of things that I want to say. And boom, just like that. No, this way. Just like that. All right, so now we have our, oh y'all, he's crooked. It's making me upset. Y'all, I am too type A for some of these. All right, anyways, so there we go. I have put on his eyeballs and his nose. So now, those bunny ears, where'd they go? I have my hot glue gun over here. I'm going. So we're gonna cross our fingers and hope that it is ready to go. And those bunny ears, all you're going to do is hot glue them to the top of your dude, your bunny, your chick. Yep, just like that. So, I may wait and do this after because I don't want to have glue all over the place. Well, never mind, I'm gonna try it because ow! Woo! Boy, buddy, 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 buddy! Woo, buddy. Anyways, that's what it is. And I'm going to go back and I'll glue the other side a little bit later. Y'all get the point. And then all you have to do is just add like a little bit of like a ribbon or something in the back. That way so you can hang it up on your door. But seriously, I mean, this right here, while it was a thin piece of wood bought at the dollar store, grab a piece of cardboard and cut out a cardboard, you know, oval. Cake boards. Cut out an oval from a cake board. Whatever you got on hand. This, you don't have to go to the Dollar Tree for this. You don't have to go to the Dollar Tree for this. Use what you got. If you don't have any ears, guess what? Some foam, paper, whatever, glued onto a headband. It works, and I'm going to glue that later. So, seriously, don't think you have to go to the Dollar Tree for that. I'm going to finish that a little bit later when I can actually, like, focus on it a little bit more. So, just because I said I went to the Dollar Tree does not mean you have to do that. This next one is, and I know I got like 7 minutes left, so y'all, I'm going to try and do this. Cake boards. Grab a cake board or cardboard, whatever, I mean, a thick piece of paper. Just because I'm saying that I use this doesn't mean you have to use this. Just get creative and use what you got on hand. All I did was I took one of those cake boards and I took a bowl and I put it in the middle and traced around it and I cut it out. That way so I had basically a wreath form. Now I did kind of, because I am type A and these kind of things bother me, I did already kind of go through and, like, you can't really tell, but lay it out that way so I know what to do. But Hobby Lobby has these eggs and I almost thought about using, and they're super thick felt eggs. And I almost thought about using these, but I really like them, and I don't want to use them for this. I want to save them for something later. I don't know what, but I like them. So what I did was I found, and this goes back to my scrapbook paper choices. I found some paper through my assortment of scrapbook paper, and found some patterns that I liked. This was kind of like my main focus. And all I did was I took one of the eggs and traced it so I had the same size. So, and then I just went and found coordinating colors that would kind of go with this one pattern. So, what I've done is, let me, I actually kind of, because like I said, y'all, how obvious is it that I'm like type A? Because I kind of measured it out. For this size, I want to say this is a 12-inch circle. I'm doing 8 eggs around. You can certainly do with less, but Shoot, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a coat of Mod Podge. Again, Mod Podge is my favorite because it dries clear and you can use it as your sealant. And I have never had anything, it's really easy to clean up too. I've never had anything just come off when, you know, it hasn't y'all, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so purple, I got a purple here. And then what I did, I just made sure it was hanging over a little bit. And here's the problem is that, again, that type A-ness is messing with me. Purple, and I kind of labeled my areas that way so because I did have a specific pattern now. I put all solids on the bottom. You can do any, my suggestion is to always lay it out the way that you want it first, because you don't want to glue something down and then realize later that you don't like it. So always lay it out first before you commit to glue, because once it's glued, a lot of times you can take it off, but that's not an experiment you want to do when it's stuck. I need yellow right here. This is that entertaining? Probably not. And I'm very fortunate that I did plan, it just came to where the next few weeks that the stuff that I planned does not require a ton of materials. So I'm very fortunate there. So we are crossing our fingers that this is a short-lived inconvenience. And where did my egg go? There it is. But it's not what I need. We're going to cross our fingers that this is a short-lived inconvenience. And I originally planned to, I don't think I used the hot glue. Oh, I did use hot glue. So anyway, just kind of, you know, lay it out the way that you want it first. And then all you have, okay, let me make sure y'all, I'll have to take a picture of it and put it on my Instagram stories later. I took a picture of how I laid it out that way so I can duplicate it. Okay, so blue, purple, pink. Yes, like this. Okay. So, y'all seriously, y'all don't even know. I'll post it on my Instagram stories later. Between the pink and the yellow, I have this bad boy right here. Is there anybody else that is like super, super, super type A? I don't like saying that I'm obsessive compulsive because that is a serious, serious, serious mental illness that takes a lot of help. But I do know that my type A does interfere with a lot of my daily routine, and it's something that I'm constantly struggling with. So if you are like really, really, really type A, you completely get where I'm coming from. Alright, so, okay, I have that one. Y'all, like I said, I got a little guide over here where I made it last night and laid it out because there was a particular pattern that I wanted it. Y'all, seriously. I have issues. Okay, and and this is just, now most of this paper is super, super thick, so I'm not too concerned about it. If you have thin paper that if it's left outside, the elements will cause it to curl, or it'll get wet and start bleeding, or something like that, I would like laminate the pieces. I would maybe back it onto, you know, pieces of, you know, of like thin cardboard, something like that. So that's something to be mindful of. But when you get done, you can completely go over it with Mod Podge again to seal it. But Mod Podge does, with water. Uh-oh. I messed up, y'all. Oh, because I've been turning it. Hold up. Green eggs. Y'all see? Don't mind me. Just like that. I never claimed to be Martha Stewart, y'all. I'd love to be like her one day, but I don't see it happening. So anyway, there you go. Super quick, simple. And then I would, when all these pieces dry, I would take a layer of Mod Podge and go over the entire thing with another layer of Mod Podge. Mod Podge, like I said, is a glue, but then you can go over it all completely with Mod Podge, and it acts as a sealant. Now, if your paper is not super, super strong, you could, of course, go on the back of it and glue another piece on the back. That way, so these pieces adhere to that. I mean, it's all up to you. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. And what I would do at the end, y'all, at 6:02, I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, if anybody really cares. Then when I'm, you know, finished, then you, I don't know if I'm satisfied with this bow yet or not, so I'm not going to glue it on yet. But, let me see. I would take a bow and glue it right about there. And then on the back, more on the back, and then you have a way to hang it if you want to hang it that way. Super quick, simple. And again, this right here was just a cake board. If you don't have any cake boards, that's fine. Use cardboard. Use whatever you have on hand. A thick piece of foam board, you know, cardstock, you could do it. If your door is not in the elements, then this is fine. But if your door gets wet, you know, when it rains, then definitely you'll want to do more that way so it doesn't shrivel up or anything like that. But that's it. And then this is just paper. This is scrapbook paper, cardstock, printer paper. I mean, it's just a mixture of paper. So use what you have. Use this time to get creative with your families. None of it, don't think too deep. It doesn't have to be some big Martha Stewart experiment. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. The most important thing right now is you just do something to distract your mind, do something together as a family, and just get through it day by day. That's it. Just do it day by day. And because it's just me, and I don't got to work in the morning because, yep, I got like half ounce left of there. I'm going to pour that in there. Seriously, y'all. I've got anxiety. I've got a therapist. I've been diagnosed with anxiety and depression. This is a very, 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 very difficult time. And it's really, really hard to manage right now. The best thing we can do is look for some kind of positive. You may not be getting that paycheck. You may be bored out of your mind. Your family may drive you absolutely nuts. Find some kind of positive. It's the only thing we can do right now. And just know that if you are staying home, you are doing the most important thing. You are saving lives. There's no telling who you come in contact with when you go out and about. So you're saving lives if you're staying home. Yep. It is what it is. Next week, y'all, kids' night. We're gonna do a kids' night, and while I don't think it's gonna get messy, it might get messy. I've come across a bunch of cool spring flowers that you can paint with your fingers. Just finger painting, basic finger painting. I've been trying to recreate some of these, and I figure since your kids are at home, y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Let's do some finger painting. And some of these are like really, really cool looking. I can guarantee you mine won't look anywhere near as nice as these pictures I've come across. I'll share them afterwards. But next Monday night, we're gonna do a kids' night. We're gonna start with cherry limeades. Y'all, my favorite thing in the world is Sonic's green apple slushy with extra green apple. Next is their cherry limeade. So next Monday night, we're gonna make cherry limeades for the kids. No martinis for the kids. And we're gonna do some finger paint flowers. Finger painting flowers for spring, y'all. Love y'all so much. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. Please go like them, love them, share them. I love y'all so much for hanging out with me. Message me. I'm stuck at home like y'all, so message me. What do y'all want to see on Instagram stories? What do you want to see on Facebook Live? Give me your ideas. That's it. So until next Monday, I love y'all so much. Bye, y'all.